Right now, while you are watching this video, there are V6 SUVs sitting on dealer lots. Real leather seats, 6-cylinder engines, ice-cold AC, full infotainment systems, price tags under $12,000, and nobody is stopping to look. People walk past them to look at a 4-cylinder RAV4, with cloth seats for $18,000 sitting right next to it. I have watched this happen for more than 20 years. As a mechanic, I do not sell cars, I fix cars. I know what runs and what does not. The used car market is broken right now, and if you know what you are looking at, that is working in your favor. These are 5 V6 SUVs sitting on lots that almost nobody knows about, and the number one pick is the exact car I am shopping for my wife. I have been turning wrenches for over 20 years. Every kind of car has come through my shop. Base model econoboxes, luxury flagships, everything in between. I do not work for a dealership. I do not get a commission when you buy something. I fix cars for a living and that is it. The vehicles I am about to show you have all been on my lift. I have seen their service records. I know how many miles they have on them. I know what breaks on them and what does not. And I know which ones are worth every dollar you put into them. Today I have 5 SUVs for you. All of them have real V6 engines. All of them are under $12,000. All of them are worth buying right now. But number 1, I am going to go the deepest on, because that is the one I would actually put my own money into. All right, let us get into it. Number 5, Nissan Murano V6. Let's take a look. Number 5, the Nissan Murano. We are talking about the 2007 to 2013 generation. High quality. Right now you can find clean examples nationwide for around $8,000. Some are sitting closer to $6,000. For a V6 powered crossover SUV with a real V6, with a real leather interior. The engine in this thing is the VQ35, 3.5 liters, naturally aspirated, no turbo. If you follow engines at all, you already know this name. That's a good smile. Ward's 10 best engines list, 14 consecutive years. That is not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. That is a proven power plant. It handles everything, and it runs a timing chain, not a belt. No timing belt service looming at 100,000 miles. It's safe. No $800 bill you did not see coming. I had a customer bring in a 2009 Murano last year. 212,000 miles on the odometer. Original engine, original transmission, runs perfectly. He came in because a warning light was on. Oxygen sensor, $80 fix. That was it. I sent him home, happy as can be. That is what these engines do when you take care of them. When you take care of them. RepairPal puts the average annual repair cost on the Murano at around $520. That is nearly $200 a year less. That is nearly $200 a year less than the segment average. It's much less than the segment average. Year after year, that adds up to real money staying in your pocket. When you go look at one, here is what to check. The Murano from this generation uses a CVT transmission. Ask whether the transmission fluid has ever been serviced. If the answer is no use, that is a negotiating point. Check around the valve covers for any oil seepage. Just look, but it is a $300 fix, not a deal breaker. Easy. And check the power steering for any whining noise. Listen close. Check the power steering for any whining noise at full lock. Check it. Inexpensive to address, but good leverage when you are making an offer. Who should buy this? Anyone who wants a smooth, comfortable daily driver. With a real V6 and low ownership costs. With a real V6 and low ownership costs. Now, who should skip this vehicle? If you need to tow anything serious or go off-road, this is not your vehicle. Goodbye. Number 4. The Honda Pilot. 2009 through 2015. 7 seats. V6 engine. Honda reliability underneath. You can find these right now for $8,000 to $11,000 all day long. The engine is Honda's J35, 3.5 liters, naturally aspirated. No forced induction of any kind. This is the same basic engine family that has powered millions of Accords and Odysseys. It runs a timing chain designed to last the life of the engine. There is no timing belt service to worry about. Maintenance on this engine is oil changes, brake pads and tires. That is genuinely most of what it needs. I had a family bring their 2011 Pilot in last month. 186,000 miles. They asked me straight up whether they should sell it. I put it on the lift and went through everything top to bottom. I told them the same thing I am telling you right now. Do not sell that vehicle. It has a lot of life left. They drove it home and I have not seen it back since. RepairPal puts average annual repair costs for the Pilot at around $490. That is lower than the Toyota 4Runner in the same segment, and you get a third row of seating on top of that. Here is your inspection checklist for the Pilot. Listen for any slight shudder when the transmission shifts. It is a known characteristic, and a fluid flush often clears it up completely. Check under the engine for any oil drips around the rocker covers. Common on older examples, but inexpensive to address. If the vehicle has VCM, which is Honda's cylinder deactivation system, ask whether the software has been updated. There was a revised calibration released that smooths out the transition noticeably. Who should buy this? Families who need 7 seats and want Honda engineering at a price that makes actual sense. Who should skip it? If you want a sporty driving experience, the Pilot is not going to give you that. Number 3. The Toyota Highlander V6, 2008 to 2013, $7,000 to $11,000 with a Toyota badge on the hood. Under the hood is the 2GR FE, 3.5 liters timing chain. This same engine powers the Lexus RX 350 and the Camry V6. Toyota has put this engine in millions of vehicles. One client has 225,000 miles on hers. All it ever needed was oil and a filter. Reliability is 4.8 out of 5. A Ford Explorer in the same range will cost you nearly double in annual repairs. Check for the updated metal oil line on 2010 through 2012 models. Also, check the transmission fluid, dark or burnt. Negotiate. Great for families who want to sleep well. Skip it if you need serious towing or off-road capability. Look elsewhere. Number 2. The Kia Sorento V6, 2011 through 2015. $6,000 to $9,000 on the market right now. And this is the one that most shoppers walk right past without a second look. The engine is Hyundai Kia's Lambda V6, 3.5 liters. Naturally aspirated, no turbo, no direct injection complications. 6-speed automatic transmission, not a CVT. That last part matters more than most people realize. A traditional 6-speed automatic is easier to service, cheaper to repair, and more predictable long-term. When you are buying a used vehicle, that distinction is significant. A guy brought a 2012 Sorento into my shop a few months back, 160,000 miles. He had bought it from a private seller for $6,800. I went through the whole vehicle top to bottom. Front brake pads needed replacing, about $200. That was everything. The rest of the vehicle checked out clean. He left happy. I was not surprised. Consumer Reports rates the reliability of this generation's Sorento above average. Ownership costs are meaningfully lower than comparable Japanese SUVs from the same era. You are getting a capable V6 vehicle for the lowest entry price on this entire list. Here is what to inspect before you buy. Check the oil change history carefully. This engine is sensitive to neglected oil intervals more than most. Dark sludgy oil on the dipstick is a yellow flag worth digging into. Look underneath for any power steering fluid seepage around the rack. Common on older examples, but not expensive to address. And remember, once you buy a used Kia, the factory warranty is gone. Your protection is doing the inspection right before you hand over any money. Who should buy this? You want a real V6? A real automatic transmission? And the lowest price on this list. Who should skip it? You need a brand name to impress someone. This is not that vehicle. Number 1. Mazda CX-9 V6. And here we are, number 1. This impressive vehicle is the Mazda CX-9. 2007 through 2015, $6,000 to $11,000, 7 seats. And this is the vehicle I am actively shopping for my wife right now. Let me tell you about the engine first, because this is where people get tripped up. The CX-9 runs a Cyclone V6, 3.5 liters, Ford-derived architecture. Before you close the video, hear me out. This is the same basic engine Ford used in the Edge, the Flex, and the Taurus SHO. 272 horsepower, naturally aspirated, no turbo whatsoever. 6-speed automatic transmission, smooth, predictable, proven. Now here is what makes this combination special. Mazda took a well-validated American V6 and put it inside a vehicle built to Japanese manufacturing standards. The fit and finish on these things is exceptional for the price. The interior feels premium. The driving dynamics are sharper than anything else on this list. Mazda has always cared about how a vehicle feels to drive. And it shows. I worked on 4 different CX-9s over the past year alone. One had 180,000 miles. Another had 210,000. Not one of them needed any major mechanical work. Oil changes, brake service, routine maintenance. That was it across all 4 vehicles. Brake service and routine maintenance are key. That was it across all 4 vehicles we worked on. There was a woman who bought a 2010 CX-9 for $7,000. She's been driving it for 2 years now. She has spent less than $300 outside of normal scheduled maintenance. She called me to say thank you. I told her do not thank me, thank the vehicle. On the data side, CarGurus and Edmunds both flag the first generation CX-9 as one of the strongest values in its segment. On Mazda owner forums, you will find hundreds of owners reporting past 200,000 miles without significant issues. Annual maintenance costs run slightly lower than the Honda Pilot, and noticeably lower than the Hyundai Santa Fe. V6 in the same era, you are getting more vehicle for less money and less to spend keeping it running. Now here is the inspection checklist, and I want you to pay attention to all of it. First, check the transmission fluid. Pull the dipstick if accessible. It should be red and clean with no burnt smell. If it looks dark, the previous owner skipped that service. Use it to negotiate. Second, listen to the engine when it is cold. Start it up before it warms up. If you hear any knocking or ticking at cold start, that is a sign. Oil changes were neglected for too long. Walk away from that one. Third, if the vehicle has all-wheel drive, do this test. On dry pavement, turn the steering wheel slowly through its full range. There should be no grinding, no clunking, and no resistance. If you feel anything abnormal, the transfer case or rear differential needs attention. Fourth, look at the tire wear pattern across all four corners. Uneven wear on the front tires means alignment was ignored. Not expensive to fix, but important to catch before you buy. If all four of those things check out, you are looking at a great vehicle. That can realistically go another 150,000 miles with basic care. Who should buy this? You want 7 seats and a real V6, with sharp driving dynamics and low ownership costs. This is the most complete package on this entire list. Who should skip it? You need a heavy-duty tow rating. The Pilot or Highlander will serve you better. And if you need a luxury nameplate on the hood, this video was never for you. So there they are. 5 V6 SUVs sitting on lots that most buyers walk right past. The Nissan Murano V6 with a legendary engine for around $8,000. The Honda Pilot V6 with 7 seats and Honda reliability underneath. The Toyota Highlander V6 with the same engine as a Lexus for under $11,000. The Kia Sorento V6 with a real automatic transmission at the lowest price on the list. And the Mazda CX-9 V6, the most complete used SUV value. You can buy right now under $12,000. People are paying close to new car money for 4-cylinder crossovers with CVT transmissions and cloth seats. Meanwhile, these V6 vehicles are standing on lots, waiting for someone who knows what they are looking at. The market has not changed. The information has, and now you have it. If this helped you shop smarter, go ahead and hit like so I know. I have more videos coming on the vehicles. Dealers push versus the ones that actually make financial sense. Take care of your car, and it will take care of you. I will see you in the next one.